Ryan pulled into the hospital parking lot and just sat there for a moment, staring straight ahead, saying nothing. His phone buzzed. It was Kayla. "Where are you?" she asked. "I'm here," he said. "Just got to the hospital. I'm about to walk in, not sure what's going on yet. Do you think this will take long?" Kayla said she had no idea. Ryan didn't say much after that. He ended the call, glanced at his phone for a second, then tossed it onto the passenger seat. He didn't want her calling again while he was inside. He stepped out, shut the door, and walked slowly toward the entrance. Inside, a doctor approached him. The man looked serious, his voice low. "I'm glad you came," he said. "Her condition is critical. We're not sure she'll make it. There isn't much hope." Ryan listened without a word, then asked quietly, "Can I see her?" The doctor glanced around before answering. "Just 5 minutes. It's against protocol, but she's done so much for this hospital over the years, so I'll make an exception." They walked together down a long corridor. The doctor asked, "How did the accident happen?" Ryan's voice stayed calm and even. "She was crossing the street. A car hit her and sped off. Nobody caught the driver." The doctor shook his head. "That's awful." Ryan gave a small, hollow laugh. "Yeah, awful." When they reached the door, the doctor repeated, "5 minutes, that's all." Ryan nodded. Stepping into the room, Ryan saw machines everywhere and smelled the sharp sting of antiseptic. Claire, his wife, lay in the bed wrapped in white bandages, her face drained of color, completely still. Wires ran from her body to the monitors beside her. He stood there watching her for a long moment. Then he leaned close to her ear and whispered, "Here's your divorce. Here's your day in court. You wanted all of this." She didn't respond. Her eyes stayed shut. He touched her arm gently. It felt cold, heavy, lifeless. He straightened up, gave a faint smile, and murmured, "All right then, let's go." He left the room wearing a look of practiced grief, pretending to be devastated. Outside, the doctor approached him again. "Don't worry, we'll do everything we possibly can," he said. Ryan looked at him and didn't believe a word of it. The man seemed too polished, too young, nothing like someone capable of pulling a person back from the edge of death. Ryan thought to himself, if she hasn't died yet, she will soon. He turned and walked out of the hospital. Outside, he took a deep breath. The cold air felt clean and calm, but the hospital had stirred something buried in his past. When he was a boy, his younger brother Sean had been seriously ill. David, Ryan, that is, was told to sit by his bedside. Their parents worked themselves ragged just to cover the treatment costs. But Ryan hated everything about those visits, the smell, the endless waiting, watching his brother grow weaker by the day. He kept thinking, why do I even have to be here? What's the point? He's never going to get better. Even when Sean begged for water or asked for help, Ryan wouldn't move. Deep down, some twisted part of him wished his brother would just die already, so their parents would stop wasting time and money. Sean didn't die, but Ryan did something far worse. At 17, he overheard his parents talking about the savings they'd set aside for Sean's surgery. He waited for his chance, stole every dollar, and disappeared. He didn't want to join the military or build an honest life. He wanted something faster. Out in the city, he realized something about himself. He was good-looking, and women noticed. So he started using that to get whatever he wanted. At 18, Ryan found an older woman who took a liking to him. She was wealthy and lonely, and she showered him with gifts, clothes, money, a place to stay. He told her he was 24 when really he was only 18. When she found out the truth, she threw him out. But that didn't stop him. He moved from one woman to the next, using them for money and comfort, though inside he was growing exhausted, always hiding, always lying, always trapped in some version of himself that wasn't real. Then an idea took shape in his mind. What if I married a wealthy woman instead, he thought. If I'm her husband, she won't be able to question anything. I'd have everything without the constant deception. So he began searching carefully for someone rich and isolated. That's when he spotted Claire. She was strong-willed, successful, and single, running her own company. Not classically beautiful, not unattractive either. Some people called her cold, but Ryan didn't care. He studied her for 2 weeks before making his move. After they married, Ryan once asked her about her first husband. "You married a man in a wheelchair," he said. "Yes," Claire answered. "Why?" he pressed. She explained, "I loved his friend Derek, but they both loved me. They raced their cars to win my attention and they crashed. Derek wore his seatbelt. Marcus didn't. Marcus ended up paralyzed. I was furious at Derek, so I married Marcus instead. He tried to talk me out of it, but the guilt ate at me." Ryan laughed and said, "So you married me for love then?" She smiled. "Yes, I wouldn't have done it any other way." Ryan felt pleased with himself. She really does love me, he thought. She'll never suspect a thing. She's older, kind, easy to fool. He believed she was sharp in business but naive in matters of the heart. He felt lucky until he met Kayla. Kayla was young and reckless, and Ryan lost all control around her. She was thrilling in a way nothing else had been. But then Claire found out. She froze his bank accounts and filed for divorce. Ryan panicked. He needed to move fast. He and Kayla schemed together. "We need to get rid of Claire," Kayla said. Ryan agreed. He'd already taken Claire's documents and cash, but then something strange happened. Claire didn't die. The truth was, the doctor wasn't a doctor at all. He was Ethan, a businessman who had once loved Claire deeply. When she saw Ryan with Kayla, she called Ethan for help. He arrived quickly, and together they built the entire plan. They paid someone to stage a hit and run. Every doctor and nurse in that hospital cooperated. Claire had helped so many of them over the years that keeping her secret was the least they could do. They applied makeup and bandages and told her to stay perfectly still. Ethan hid in the room the whole time Ryan visited, listening to every word. Ryan never touched her, but the cruelty in his whispered words was more than enough. After Ryan left, Ethan sat beside Claire. "Now you know the truth," he said. "Yes," she replied. "I needed to see it with my own eyes." Ethan had already sent people to dig into Ryan's past. They found his parents and his brother. His mother was still caring for Sean, who remained in a wheelchair. Ryan had never once gone home. His father had died of a heart attack. There was no money left. Sean still couldn't walk. Ethan returned to Claire's room and helped peel away the fake bandages. He smiled softly, and she smiled back. "Your husband's brother is still alive," he told her. "But the money he stole could have saved him years ago. He took it and ran. His mother is still struggling." Claire felt a wave of sadness. "Let's help them," she said. Ethan nodded. That same day, Ryan and Kayla were drinking and laughing, talking about running off to the coast. "Soon I'll be a free man," Ryan said. "She'll be gone." They joked and made plans until a knock came at the door. Ryan opened it and went pale. Police officers stood there, and beside them, very much alive, stood Claire. Ryan was arrested on the spot and taken away. Kayla screamed at him, furious that she'd never known Claire was alive. At trial, woman after woman that Ryan had used and discarded came forward to testify against him. His parents showed up too, wheeling Sean in beside them. Ryan broke down in tears, finally understanding he'd lost everything. Afterward, Ethan and Claire visited Marcus's grave. "I used to blame you," Ethan told her. "I was wrong, you didn't kill him, life just took a cruel turn." Claire said quietly, "I never wanted any of this, I only wanted peace." They stood in silence before walking back to the car. "What will you do now?" Ethan asked. "I don't know," Claire admitted. Ethan said gently, "Come with me, start over, I still love you." 3 months later, Ethan came back. Claire had sold her company by then. She'd been visiting Sean regularly at the hospital, and she bought his family a house nearby. She paid for his surgery in full. His mother wept with relief. Sean told her, "I'm going to walk again, thank you." Claire smiled. "Don't thank me, just stay strong." A month after that, Claire and Ethan got married. A year later, something wonderful happened. Claire became a mother. Life had given her a second chance, and she smiled again, her heart finally fully whole.